Trevor and the Virgin 2 was a short film made in late 2019 out of the fictional text story app Hooked. It runs about 15 minutes long, and if you want to view it, it'll cost you $5 a week to gain access to the app's premium features. Advertisements of it litter YouTube, teasing the film's most interesting scene, of course, the pool party, in which the character Martha is playing strip beer pong with this dude, that bitch, and this asshole. Of course, if you download the app and want to actually finish the story, you have to, as I mentioned earlier, pay a weekly recurring $5 subscription fee. That's $20 a month, by the way, or double the price of a Netflix subscription. Now, as far as the actual story goes, is it worth the $5? To answer that question, it should probably be noted that the short film versions of the story come from and were made from the text story, which is also featured on the app. After all, Hooked mainly is an app about fictional chat stories, and in my opinion, that's probably what it does best. The text version of Trevor and the Virgin isn't that bad. It's clever, and has some adult themes in it to make it a nice and enjoyable audiobook for a car trip, or just something to lie in bed listening to. As with everything Hollywood, however, innovation is never good enough. This is where Hooked decides to turn it into a short film. The story follows Martha through a young teenage journey of being a virgin and discovering that it's okay and that sexual history shouldn't matter, which no one really said it did in the first place. Trevor never really had a problem with it until she confronted him about it, in which he said he didn't want to sleep with her for the sole purpose of being a nice guy and him wanting her first to be special. But what about the tons of other girls he's slept with in the past that he brags about on several occasions?
Come on, Martha. This stuff's hot. Come on.
What's so special about the girl he almost knows nothing about and has nothing to do with? Am I really trying to overanalyze a 15-minute short on an app that resembles a portfolio of Netflix pilots? To say that chilling out $5 or the price of a value meal at Burger King is worth the 15 minutes of poor, sexually frustrated Martha and overly nice guy Trevor would depend on if you saw the text story first. If so, this will probably kind of ruin it for you, to be honest. If you haven't heard of the text story at all and just want to find out what happens at the end, then I'd say go for it. After all, the $5 can be justified by the fact that you have access to the first Trevor and the Virgin and all the original stories that Hooked has to offer, which some of them are actually pretty good.